So the San Francisco 49ers found a trade partner and they decided to trade him to the Dallas Cowboys? What? That was shocking. I got the news. I was like, Dallas? Why is he going to Dallas? Now, I mean, Dak has been hurt his fair share of times, yes, but I mean, the narrative around Dallas is Dak is the franchise guy, which I still think he is, and I think the Cowboys just freaking came across this opportunity for a fourth rounder, and they're like, hey, we got a young guy with high upside. How old is Trey? Trey's like 23. We could add this guy onto our roster, and hey, if anything happens to Dak, we have this young player with high upside, possibly have him for the future. You never know what happens with Dak. Dak is contracted out a couple more years, but it's just weird that he went to Dallas of all places. There's so many other teams that need quarterbacks right now that could trade for him, and just makes you wonder. They're like, oh, all we had to give up was a fourth rounder. That's it? A fourth rounder for a QB that the Niners traded up 3 first rounders for, and then they just happened to stumble on Brock Purdy. It's just kind of weird for Dallas. I mean, honestly, in reality, it makes their QB room better. I'd say it makes it better with Trey Lance, because you don't know Trey Lance's like ceiling. Nobody does. It was so premature for the Niners to get rid of him. Like, yeah, they have Purdy. Purdy played 7 games. Like, nobody knows how he's going to play this year. And hey, if Purdy comes out this season and he plays good, great for the Niners. That's great for the Niners. They just got rid of one guy who they're probably going to have to pay. They'd have to pay Trey, keeping him, and just make things super complicated. But you have Purdy on the cheap contract, and then you have Sam Darnold backing him up, which I don't know. I just think there's a lot of like question marks around San Francisco's quarterback room. I know some people are sold on 7 games with Brock, but I'm like, hey man, like in the NFL, we all know how fast things change. Things change so fast, and you just don't know like how Brock Purdy's gonna play this year. He played really good in his rookie year. Like, it surprised me every single game. I was like, okay, like this dude isn't gonna keep it up. He kept it up. You saw it against Dallas. Like, Dallas's defense kind of limited San Francisco's offense to a T. It was just a change. It was honestly just a change of pace with their offense from what you see every game, from them just being up and down, up and down. They go up against a tough defense in Dallas, and Dallas's defense really limited to them. So I don't know. We didn't really get to see him against my Birds because he got hurt, but just makes you wonder like how good he is up against like top tier defenses in his second year, because things change in his second year. And you know what they say, like defensive coordinators, they kind of study and read into tendencies, and lots of defenses didn't really get to do that with Brock Purdy because he came out of this boy came out of nowhere. Let's be real. Brock Purdy came out of nowhere, and I'm just saying things change fast, and we don't know how that could work out for San Francisco. And say Brock plays bad, and Sam Darnold comes in and plays just minimal, you know. Or say Brock gets hurt. I hope Brock doesn't get hurt though. I just know that he get banged up in his first game or second game, and then he got banged up in that championship game. And it's like, bro, like if that don't work out, things in San Francisco, like some of their moves already, like moving on from Jimmy G, that was like a yearly investment, and then they traded all that for Trey Lance. And if things don't work out with Purdy, Shanahan and Lynch, like there would be lots of people talking. Like in any other team going through all that, somebody would get fired. And I know Shanahan is well known as this like offensive guru, all that, yada, yada, yada. He's a good offensive play caller, but there's so many question marks there, man. Like as a fan, me as an Eagles fan, I'm just like thinking for Niners fans that wanted to see more out of Trey Lance, to give up 3 first rounders and barely even get to see that guy play is gut wrenching. Like I feel bad for those people that really wanted to see Trey Lance play. It's gut wrenching because you just don't know what he was like. You don't know what he could have done with like an actual half a year or a year or even 7 games like Purdy. We barely got to see this dude play. But hey, the teams they'll be moving forward. Brock Purdy, you know, he's the guy. Week 1, they say he's healthy, so if he's ready to go, he's ready to go. We'll see what he's about, man. He played good his rookie year. Let's see if he continues it. And then with Dallas, hey, you guys got a backup. You know, obviously you'd want Dak to stay healthy all season, but if not, you have Trey Lance back there. And Trey Lance in this offseason, I've been paying attention. He's improved. Now in a full game, I couldn't tell you that. Like, I don't know how he'll play in the full game. But the preseason games I watched him, he was getting better after like his like first like couple drives. He was getting better as the game progressed. So you get him in your QB room, like, hey, it's a plus. So I guess we'll see how this plays out, man. Honestly, I'm really shocked. I am really shocked. That's like a big trade in the NFL right as training camp is getting over and we're just about to start the season. Whew, things are getting spicy. I mean, even if Dallas didn't play him, they could easily even develop him, and say a QB needy team wants him, they could flip that pick for a higher pick. That's a real possibility. You never know. Anyways, guys, it's your boy Shady Luke. Drop a like if you enjoyed the coverage today on the trade that we just saw happen, and subscribe for more football content. You know football season's almost here, so get in on this action. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm outie, and I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.